I know where we can go. I know where we can go. And it's all you and me. We'll kiss the sky goodnight. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. I know where we can go, where the sunrise lasts forever, and it's all you and me. We'll kiss the sky goodnight. Come get lost with me. 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 Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I just got a notification that Biden drops out of 2024 presidential race after debate disaster. I'm looking for other sources, though. Panic after Joe Biden's... Is this true? Read more. President Joe Biden has dropped out. This is out of the Daily Mail UK. President Joe Biden has dropped out of the 2024 race in A seismic decision sparked by a relentless campaigns from Democrats demanding he drops out because of the cognitive decline of his dire chance against Donald Trump. The 81-year-old stepped aside after facing weeks of backlash. Hold on, I need to change my thing. Wow. That's quite sorry guys, I'm trying to fix something here. I wasn't This is crazy. This is something. Give me 1 second so I can make a cover. uh this is who could replace let's see here. The uh this is interesting. The only place that's reporting this right now is the Daily Mail. Let me see here. Bear with me, guys. I apologize, but this okay. This is correct. You never know what's going to happen anymore. This is monumental. A sitting president says that he is dropping out of the race. Joe, bear with me, guys. 1 second. I apologize. Okay, we're gonna find out stuff. I'm just making a new cover. I was not expect like this literally popped up 30 seconds before this happened. I was like, dang, what's going on? I'm trying to find anything and everything about it. Yep, never. I mean, it was people were speaking about it. I believe CNN in Fox maybe reporting it now. Again, just give me a moment here, please. Trying to change my thumbnail. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. You think it's going to be Kamala? Well, Joe Biden's or not Joe Biden. Uh, I'm. There's got to be a speech here. Come on. It's got to be a speech coming. Has he done a speech yet? I need to change this. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Bonjour. 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 This is breaking as we are speaking. And it's not letting me change my cover. That's what's making me mad. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. So let's see what's going on here. This is crazy. Yep, CNN is now reporting it. We'll see if Fox is as well. Oh God, Hillary's done. She ain't going anywhere. Biden drops out of race, presidential race. This is my senator right here.
I love my kids, but I
He's
also
one of the
love
most
not being broke.
powerful. President Joe Biden has announced he is dropping out of the presidential race, after mounting calls of some Democrats for him to end his reelection bid. I really do like our senator, Joe Manchin. He's a really good guy. He's very accessible. Like he's letters on Instagram, his Instagram account. Okay, we'll find it here.
Jake, I haven't said anything for 3 weeks, a little more than 3 weeks since the debate. And I thought the first week was needed for the president to evaluate, to talk to his family, his staff, and make some decisions. And I thought that might happen. And then the next 2 weeks, I was saying, well, let's see what my colleagues who are in very difficult races, whether it's in a statewide race as a senator or in a district or as a congressperson, they've been speaking out pretty loud and clear, thinking it has an effect on them. And then seeing the donors, which campaign finance is a mother's milk of campaigning. You know that. Makes it very challenging.
What's the
with
next?
All that being said, my prayers are with the health and well-being of my friend, the president. And I believe that he has a chance, an opportunity.
Oh, shit. Can you guys still see me? Am I still on air? He announced through social media. You would think he would make a speech. Rosemary, I feel horrible for Biden in that area. When he lost his son, the one that had the very rare, who was in the military. I feel that way a lot. There has not been any news, y'all, like which is, good in true crime. I kind of came live for suggestions. If anyone has any suggestions that you want to cover in true crime, let me know. Bo Biden, yeah, Bo Biden. He was a very good guy. Very good guy, Bo Biden was. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, everyone respected Bo Biden. According to Sky News, Daily Mail was the one that came out first. Let me see if Fox is on. Stepping aside, Biden ends bid for second term White House as he drops out the 24 match Trump, pumping the brakes. Automaker hits Biden with brutal reality check on tax plans impact. I'm just, trying to stay a little neutral here, because people get a little cray-cray when it comes to politics. Trying to see if Fox News is on. Here we go.
Black Friday in July is here.
Hold on,
Thousands of deals under $20. JCPenney.
Even someone like Gavin Newsom, he might be known in the political circle, but he's not known to rank and file in these targeted states is where it really matters. And it's a big...
There's really no one that that's really... I'm trying to think in the Democratic Party who you would want, Yeah, I can't do. I don't want to do that to Steve though. Agenda Free TV, like he might strike me. So, um, I don't think Kamala Biden refuses to endorse Kamala Harris. Oh shit! 1 second. Biden refuses to endorse Kamala as he breaks out of the race. All right. Here's the letter. Here is the letter. Y'all ready for this? Y'all see that? Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, my fellow Americans. Hold on. You know what? I would look good at the desk. Let's slay, girls. Okay. Sorry. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've been historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first GUN safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once in a century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it is my intention to seek reelection, I believe it is the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duty as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of those who have worked to see hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faithful and trusted who have placed in me. I believe today what I have always have, that there is nothing America can't do, and we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Joe Biden. Did I sound really mandy? Did I sound really mandy? Did I sound really manly? I can't even say it. I can't even say manly. Did I sound really mandy? I said Mandy. Mandy. Um, so it is being stated that Biden is not endorsing I'll be honest with you. I don't think Kamala can do it. Like, I don't think she. I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know. Like, if there's a Democrat in there, you need in my opinion, a stronger Democrat. Thank you. Thank you, Tori. And nothing says Trump says he doesn't know even about this. I'm sure he knows, but he's not affirmed with it. What are you talking about, Amanda? Look yourself at who wrote it. It says nothing says it's wrote it. Nothing says Trump says he doesn't even know about this. Well, that's because it literally just broke. And they don't have to notify Trump. I mean, he's the president of the United States. So I am I agree, Dolly Parton for president. So I am different probably than a lot of people. I really try to look at things objectively when it comes to politics. I don't get my emotions in it. It is what it is. So again, like I've told you guys, I have voted Democrat, I have voted Republican. I am an independent. But I am someone, I just saw something about that. I am looking, I was working on a thing because we did Trump the other day. I was going to do a thing on Joe Biden, but that's out the window now pretty much. But I am looking into, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Jennifer. I am reading up and looking at Project 2025. I am looking up on that. So I do know that the little bit that I do know now is the guy, what's his name? He worked with the Bush presidency. There's a documentary on it, and it's I've heard PBS is going to be doing searching, and I PBS is one that I do trust. They're going to tell the good and the bad about every politician, and I appreciate that because we got to admit every one of these people are very flawed individuals. I mean, it's just the truth. You know, we're all flawed people. But I would be Dolly Parton's vice president. Yes, we would. Damn, we would decorate it. We would decorate the shit out of it. So, you know, there are things that I appreciated about things that Biden did, and there are things that I appreciate about Trump, you know, policies. So I don't really, you know, I am, you know, I always say I'm physically conservative, but more socially liberal, which is pretty much all of America. When we get down to the nitty gritty. So, you know, is what it is. No one is perfect. Nope. Nope. No one is perfect at all. And no one will ever be perfect. But we're not meant to be perfect. We're meant to be whole. All right, let me see. There's got to be some news on of some sort. What are we looking at here? Okay. All right, let me see what I can do. Okay, here we go.
Offering his full support and endorsement for Kamala Harris to be the nominee of the party. I want to read this full message from him. He says, "My fellow Democrats, I've decided not to accept the nomination to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term." He says, "My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I've made." He says, "Today I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats," he says, "it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this." The president has always made clear, Rachel, that he believes that Kamala Harris has what it takes to be president. He wouldn't have chosen her to be vice president if he didn't. But we have seen sort of an interesting change in the way he's talked about Kamala Harris, even in the last 2 weeks. It was just 5 days ago, I think, he was out in Las Vegas doing a big event before the NAACP. And he took on Trump, especially in the way that Trump has been reaching out to black voters. And he took on the way that Trump had once used the phrase, black jobs. And the president made this quip, this joke, not joke. He was fired back at Trump saying, "I know what a black job is. It is vice president." And he said, point blank, Kamala Harris could be president. And he said it in a way that made all of our ears go up and made everyone listen closely, because it is clear that he likely was thinking about what would happen if we got to this point where he had finally decided, Joe Biden decided, that he needed to step aside and step out of this race. And now he is throwing his full weight and support behind Kamala Harris. It sends a huge message, especially to this party, about where we are going now, especially with such little time left in this race.
Yes, and Mary, it's not just what the president has been saying, it's also what Vice President Kamala Harris has been doing. We saw her in the days after that event really start to concentrate on rallying black voters. We know they are the bedrock of the Democratic base. What have you seen in the days following that debate, as well as the vice president really trying to concentrate in on the core of the Democratic base?
Rachel, she has been out there working the trail hard. She has been crisscrossing this country, and she has been, especially as you noted, really trying to rally those key constituencies.
I think Kamala's a pretty woman.
Of this election is going to come down to. The Biden-Harris ticket has been very well aware that, especially among black voters, especially young black men, they are seeing signs in the polls that support is flipping. She has been out there, trying to get their message across to the voters who will really decide this race in November. But this entire time, Rachel, she has been a very loyal soldier. She has been adamant that they were still.
I think she's one of our prettier politicians.
Zero daylight between her and the president.
What is it with politicians?
Been, clearly taking all of this in and trying to make this decision. Vice President Harris now catapulted to the top of the ticket. It is a remarkable, historic turn of events in the political history of this country.
Historic turn of events coming just about 100 days before the November election. If you're just joining us right now, President Biden has announced that he is stepping aside as the Democratic nominee with just over 100 days to go until the election. The president also just a short time ago endorsed his vice president, Kamala Harris. I want to bring in now former North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Senator Heitkamp, I want to ask you this question because the president's stepping aside. We saw this growing amount of Democrats coming out and calling on him to make this decision. Now we have the president endorsing his own vice president, Kamala Harris, in this race. The big question now, are Democrats going to rally behind her?
I think Democrats are going to rally behind the president if he decided to stay in this race because the stakes are so high. Democrats are going to rally around whoever is the nominee. Remains to be seen what the DNC does.
The guy, he's a professor. He said he has predicted every single presidency since Reagan. And he said that if Joe Biden steps out of the race, that Trump will win. That's what he predicts. Now, that prediction can change, and it does sometimes, but we'll just have to kind of see. Biden is Biden is God. This is how quick let me tell you, Daily Mail, they just I just got a notification 5 minutes ago. Remember, it said not backing Kamala Harris. Now I just got a notification Biden's backing Kamala Harris. It's like, this is why people was confused with the media.
Obviously, the DNC in any incumbent president situation is controlled by the president. And so we'll have to see what the decision will be on terms of how they finish or how they replace the president at the top of the ticket. But clearly,
I don't know.
Kamala
I really
Harris
don't
with
know.
his endorsement is a huge boost for her, even if it would be contested. I think she would make it through a contested convention. These are Biden delegates who are going to listen to Biden. And so, you know, as I've said, I think that an open process is the best process for the Democratic Party, but it's not up to me to make that decision. And I think even if you,
I think the Democrats honestly should probably have some type of, you know, whoever wants to run as president. I mean, yeah, you know, Kamala is vice president, and she may, you know, I want to see a woman president. You know, I don't know if I want to see. I'm not saying I want to see Kamala, because I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. Because I don't want that shit. I'm an independent. But you know, it's just amazing to me that in America we have not had a woman president. I don't think Kamala will win. I don't think she's strong enough, to be quite honest with you. I could be wrong. She could prove us wrong. I don't know, but I just don't feel it with her. But you know, where my husband is from, you know, the middle places in the Middle East and stuff, they've had women presidents since like 1990. You know what I mean? And that's the freaking parts of the Middle East. And it's just amazing to me that America hasn't had. All right, Token Honey, you take care of yourself. Queen Elizabeth. Well, that's Queen Elizabeth is, you're born into that, right? I mean, queens and kings, you know, now it's just a ceremonial thing. They don't do anything really with government. You know, they don't make the rules or anything.
That if you had a competition coming out of that competition, not a coronation, would be really good for the vice president as she carries the banner forward at the top of the ticket.
Senator Heitkamp, this is a major curveball for the Democratic Party with just months to go into the election. How consequential is this? And we know the president was also under so much pressure to make this decision and to make it quickly because of that timing.
Well, I think
it's okay, Brittany. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
A primary, however, it's energizing, and
either way, it's going to be okay.
Been afraid of kind of chaos or disruption, but I think when you look at it and you.
The thing that we have to realize more than anything, either way, it's going to be okay. We are Americans, and we have to look at each other as Americans first. And human beings first, not who we affiliate.
Who have a chance to put someone like Kamala Harris right next to the
a party,
president.
a caller.
The choice couldn't be more stark. Now, she's going to have to, if she's the party nominee, make the case for why she should be given 4 years. But it totally changes the tenor and the kind of look of this election. Having someone younger, I think, will be incredibly important to energizing.
I'm coming with you.
Energizing traditional Democratic
I'm moving in.
interest groups that
Move
are
over.
in that column. And I think this is, I mean, as much as I love President Biden, I think this is a good day for the Democratic Party.
You call it a good day for the Democratic Party. One more question
There's
to
too
you,
much
Senator
crown.
Heidkamp. We heard the president saying that he was firm in this decision, and this decision was his alone to make at this point. You've been in politics for a while. You know President Biden well. What do you think went behind this decision that ultimately got him to this point?
I think he said all along that if, he believed there was a path forward for him to win. I think that the assassination attempt, and as you heard Rick talk about the bounce that the former president is getting out of this campaign or out of their convention, I think it seemed clear to this president, President Biden, that it was very, very difficult to see a path forward. And he has great friends down ballot, whether it's Sherrod Brown or Bob Casey. And he didn't want to be the person who would in any way stand in their way of getting reelected. And so I think this is a sacrifice that he is making for his former colleagues in the Senate. I think it's a sacrifice he's making
wrong with
for
your
the
daughter?
country. He has served this country so ably
Biden's
and
presidential
for
race
so
exit.
long. It can't have been easy, but I think for him and for the party, it's the right decision.
Senator Heidkamp, stay with us. I want to go back to our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl. And John, on the Sunday shows, on the cables this morning, we heard from a number of Republicans who were saying that they would challenge in court
the
the
American
change of
people's
a
gonna make the
Democratic nominee.
decision.
What more are you learning about that?
Well, you have two things that you're going to have now in terms of blowback from the Republicans. First, the Republicans, I mean, and you heard this even at the Republican convention. You heard this from Chris LaCivita, who obviously is helping to run the Trump campaign, saying that this would be anti-democratic. This would be in defiance of democracy. The idea he's won the primary, he's won 14 million votes, and now the Democrats are going to, if they try to switch him out, we will challenge that. Those voters had a right. So, whether those legal challenges will succeed, highly uncertain. But they will go and they will try to do this in state after state to try to keep the new Democratic nominee, whether it's Kamala Harris or whoever it is, off the ballot, saying that it was Joe Biden's name. It should be on the ballot because it was Joe Biden that won those primaries. But the other thing you're going to see happening, and you're already seeing happening, is Republicans are going to come out and they're going to say, Joe Biden is saying that he is unable to campaign, to go forward with a presidential campaign. How can he go forward with being president of the United States? And you are seeing the demands already from Republicans that he resign as president, because how can you continue as the commander-in-chief if you are,
oh God,
the argument, how can you continue as commander-in-chief if you can't continue as a candidate? Now, Biden has made it very clear in his letter announcing he wasn't going to be running again, that he fully intends to complete his term and concentrate on all the work that he has to do as president. He's simply getting out as the candidate, but this is going to be something that is absolutely going to be used by Republicans. And by the way, I'll add one other, Rachel, and you've heard this as well. If Kamala Harris is the nominee, and with Biden's endorsement, it sure seems like she will be the nominee for president, you will hear the argument that is made, well, why didn't you tell us how much
you don't think he will, Muscles?
They will portray her as part of essentially a cover-up of the president's declining mental acuity and how age had taken its toll. So we've entered an entirely new phase of this campaign. I would say it feels
one thing you gotta admit, it must be very stressful, because you see, I mean, we all age over 4 years, right? But you see a president 4 years and then 4 years after, it does
an entirely new phase of American politics, It's a whole new game, and things are going to be happening very quickly over the next few days.
Yeah, they have to happen very quickly because there's just only so much time until the election. The nation was preparing for this rematch between President Biden and former President Donald Trump. We're now learning today that is not going to happen. John Carl, stay with us. We will come back to you. I want to go now to ABC's Martha Raddatz. Martha, you've been working the phones. You've been on the phones with senior administration officials. What more are you learning about how the president came to this decision?
Rachel, I am told by a senior administration official that the last couple of days had really
I think Biden will finish.
toll on President Biden. They said he feels less and less energy, that he still does not feel that he has intellectually diminished, but is much more tired.
Got
Came to the
Parkinson's.
conclusion of the campaign that he would have to
Yes,
run, would
listen.
tax him enormously.
Guys, please don't argue about politics in chat. Please, 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 please. We don't do arguing here. We just don't do arguing.
I am told he told Kamala Harris just before making that announcement, and that in spite of the fact he endorsed Kamala Harris, there were people around him thinking that Kamala Harris would be stronger coming out of kind of a mini convention. But they believe this now will help with enthusiasm in the party, put
Same.
the news back on the Democrats.
And I'll continue to vote
instead
Democrat or
of Joe
Republican
Biden's help.
when I win.
Of course, I interviewed this morning on This Week Joe Manchin, the senator from West Virginia. He is now an independent, but caucuses with the Democrats. I put that very question to him because he said it's time to pass the torch right off the bat. And
So, Joe Manchin, the guy that they're talking about, he's a senator of mine, and he was a Democrat. He is now independent, but he's still Democrat pretty much, but he's the most conservative Democrat in Congress.
program saying that he thought President Biden
I really like
should drop out. But I did ask him if he had seen a personal
He's independent
mental decline. He said, "Oh, I think he still has the ability." He said, "But you don't want him to be the candidate, but you think he's fine being president." And he said, "I think basically he can finish this job that he started and finish the way
Just the
he
title.
wants to lead." So he felt strongly that the president should continue in office, but still felt he had declined enough that he should not run for president again.
Martha, you mentioned that you were on This Week just hours ago with Senator Joe Manchin, an independent, a former Democrat. He called on the president to step aside, one of 40 Democratic lawmakers that have since called on President Biden to step aside, calls that he's obviously heeding now. Did you get the sense from any of the Democrats that you have been talking to that they want to see Vice President Kamala Harris step into this position, or are we going to start to see more friction in the Democratic Party?
I think you'll see some friction, but on the other hand, this is a party that wants to unite, and at the same time, as the senior official said to me, have enthusiasm in any sort of way they possibly can. So I think they'll still, I mean, this isn't decided, this just happened. I think the timing.
All right, guys. Yes, Dana, I'm actually literally on the border. Anyway, do you guys have any suggestions of, is there any true crime content in any case, whether it's Sebastian Rogers, Summer Wells, if it's what am I going to say, Missy Beavers, if it's, any case whatsoever. Yes, cold cases. We just did one on Chiron, but I can do more on Chiron for sure. Yeah, I just did one the other day on Chiron. I'm going to Gypsy Rose. Thank you for that. I need that. Yes, Gypsy Rose. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. Let me write this down. Gypsy, Chiron. Nothing. The Four Brothers. No. Thelma, I'm so sorry. It was on Clutch. It was on Clutch. That's who it was on. What about Karen Reed? I don't get into. It's like I don't like to do politics either, to be quite honest with you, because it gets people in there like it's a really thing, and that's the way I feel about the Karen Reed, because you have an opinion one way or the other, and you're going to get. You know what I mean? And you use on the one girl. Yes. Let me tell you about that. I tried to tell you about a creator searching for Sebastian in Horn Lake. It's deleted. I didn't give the entire screen name, but no, Lisa, sorry about that. I don't know who deleted, but yes, I did. You're talking about. I'm trying to think of his name. I saw that somebody sent it to me yesterday. Yeah, folks get in their feelings. I hope people don't start the device. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right, Ida. Elijah Vu. I do need to do an update on Elijah Vu. There is some stuff coming out on Elijah that I can talk about. Oops. There's just uh-oh. Okay, I thought I froze for a second. Elijah Vu. Okay. Jennifer Keys. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yes, that's a good one. I'm gonna write that down too. Oh, Estelle, I want to thank you for 3 months, my dear. I apologize for not getting that. Hello. Hey, Jude. Well, thank you so much for becoming a member on this channel, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a teacup. A little teacup, my dear. And who was unalived in Russellville. Her body was never been found. Okay, let me write this down. Okay, got that. I have extra info I can for you. I will look at that. Still searching for what happened with the girl that went to get her phone charger and disappeared. She was found alive. Yes. Something was up with that case, y'all. I'm telling you. Once I asked to speak to that family, they were begging people. And the moment like we tried to speak with them, they were like, oh no, the police is doing. They knew something. I swear something was up with that. It was weird. Weird as hell. It's weird as hell. One of the 4 boys is Mongolian. So who's found? If we can, yes, that's exactly right. Gets yeah, I'll see what I can do, Rosemary. Were the 4 brothers found? I think so. Hold on. I'll tell you a case that I want to talk about is Blue Roland. Look at this. Oh, hold on, let me take this banner down. Look at this, y'all. Arkansas man pleads guilty to drowning a 5-year-old boy in toilet and burying him under floorboards. This is a judge sentenced a 34-year-old man for 6 decades in prison for drowning his girlfriend's 5-year-old son in the toilet and burning her daughter. The Arkansas Department of Public Health, July 18th, Nathan Bridges pleaded guilty of first-degree unaliving and first-degree battery in connection with the death of Blue Roland. Following his plea, but he was sentenced to 60 years in Arkansas Department of Correction. Bridges' girlfriend and Roland's mother, Ashley Roland, is awaiting trial for capital unaliving, 2 counts of permitting child use and of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, endangering the welfare of a minor, and battery. On December 16, 2022, Lee County Sheriff's Office responded to a home in Morrow after someone called to report they found a child's body. Roland told someone else that her son had come out of the bathroom with his face and body swollen and foaming of the mouth before collapsing and dying. She reportedly buried him under the floor because she did not know what to do, she says. How about not mistreat your children and kill them? Once the boy died, Bridges cut a hole in the wood floorboards and buried him. Yep. These people, man, it's awful. This was in Arkansas. I mean, there's this man in Alabama right now. Let me show you this. He was arrested for fatally shooting his wife and 4 kids in the head just the other day. The one she sat on him. Is that the one? Dior Koontz? Yeah. I can do Dior. Yeah, of course. The girl, Maria Lucas Gasper, was the one found. Okay. Thank you for that, Brenda. Oh my God, Bear, I'm sorry. 2 of the kids were not his. Yep. Sometimes I have trouble getting chat, Gypsy. It's weird. Can you please look into Andrew Gostin? And I don't remember those names. I'll look at it. So that's what I was going to talk about. All right. I'll give you guys an update on Allison. Maybe. If I can find, okay. On Allison Chow. She is still missing. Okay. Give me 1 second so I can pull this up. So she confirmation Amber Alert criteria. She most likely, from what I understand, she I see you didn't she drove, like she was driving the wrong, not driving, but on the bike going the wrong direction. So it's likely she was meeting someone. Like it was like, I'm afraid like it was intentional and something has happened. She has not been found yet. I know, TJ. I know. Yeah. Who was she speaking with? Who was she speaking with? You know what I mean? Hey, Trishy, Kathleen, Rosemary, Jennifer. Hello. Yes. And Holly, that's the thing. Like, it can be really bad. Right? Really bad. A couple weeks ago, near where I live, a mom put her 4-year-old in the water behind a welcome center. He drowned, but left 1-year-old baby on the side of the road and was there 2 days. Yeah, we talked about that, Landry. We talked about that. That was, yeah, she's in jail. She should have turned right on E Glendon Way and she went straight to the opposite direction. Yes. I would like to know if the aunt was expecting her or did she just say the aunt was expecting her? And I think she didn't take her phone because she was probably told not to take her phone, or she didn't want them tracking her. But I'm afraid it's because the perp, a traitor, told her not to take her phone. It's sad, man. Sick people. Tabitha Tutors. Yeah, Tabitha Tutors. It's been a while since I've saw that one. Let me see here. Tabitha Tutors. Tabitha Danielle Tutors. She went missing in Nashville. This is Tabitha Tutors. I'd like to know more about Allison. Okay. Tabitha Tutors, April 29, 2003. This is what she looked like when she went missing. This is what she might look like today. She was born February 15th, 1990, place of birth, Nashville. The FBI is offering a reward of $50,000. Tudors has birthmark on her stomach and scar on her finger. Uh, 10 most wanted currently. Donald Eugene Fields. There's a woman on there. Oh yes, I saw this woman on 60 Minutes.
Really a pleasure for me to be here 1.5 years after we launched our cryptocurrency one.
She's a cryptocurrency fraudster. I don't even know if she's alive yet. What is this guy? Donald Eugene Fields II, added to FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives listed. Wanted for alleged S trafficking, and at least one child in Missouri has been added. Of at least one child in Missouri, $250,000 of his arrest. Creepy McCreeperton. Ugh. He's 6'4", 6 foot to 6'4". Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Kidnappings, missing persons. Newest. When did this happen? Investigation in Honolulu. October 2022. It's a crazy world. Nancy Moyer is woman mother. I ran out of room. Last comment. Yes, Creeper McCreeperton to the office. Get him out of my office. I don't want him in my office. Lord, no. You can stay. Maybe cameras can see someone was following her. Nobody, like, they've got, let's go look at I'll go look at that map. Justin, I went to Tennessee missing persons. There was a 2-day-old baby there and another. Yep. I've seen that bear. I sure have seen that. I want to go look at and see if they've got any more confirmed sightings of Allison. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Oh God, look at all the cameras they got now. That's amazing. Can y'all see this? Crap, 1 second. Let me show you. Look at this. So they have got, okay. See, look here. This was where she started, right? This is where Allison started the other day. She was supposed to be seen like right here. It's like where her grandma lives, right? But she was seen going right through here. And now, oh God, there's 110. Okay. So we got pictures, confirmed sightings right there. Can y'all see that? You can see it. Guys, please hit the thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate that. Okay. And there she is. 7:16, 6:15, 48. Okay, 6:15. Okay. 6:17. Right there. Okay. Blurry image cannot confirm. Okay. Confirm sighting 6:21. Right here. I really pray that this little girl's okay, man. 6:23. Is this is almost okay. Where was she going? You know what I mean? Like, where was she going? This is a long drive, right? This is when she left the house. Okay, this was 5:24. 5:24, and then what's our last sighting we see? 5:24, 6:23. Literally almost an hour. 59 minutes. 59 minutes. Yeah, they need to check her data, all of her electronics. Her direction was towards a suburb in LA. Okay. Thank you. I see you. Hold on. I need to cut out some of these. I didn't get anything. Let me refresh it. I didn't get anything on 3. Is that your browser might what? Can you resend it again? I see you. It's not. I didn't get anything. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. This was supposed to be her original route. Right? Monterey Park. 16 minutes. She was going, right. She should have been going to the, I guess that would have been east, north, or whatever, and then east. And she was going 16 minutes. Something is very wrong here. No, she didn't get lost. This is not lost. No, this is definitely not lost, in my opinion. No. I don't think this is lost. I think this is, there's a reason why she didn't take her phone. Right? I mean, what kid doesn't take their phone? That's the bike route too. Okay. I know, I feel so bad. Me too, Pink Warrior. I really feel like she was most likely lured. You know, this is right outside of LA, right? Like downtown LA, isn't it? The lady took her money and called CBS on the creator and took all her kids, and she trashed all of their stuff. It's oh wow. Yes, mom is on news interviews. 1 second, let me exit out some of this stuff. Oh crap, I just exited out the thing I wanted. Let me see if I can find it. Chow is her last name. Allison. There's a forum on Reddit too. Let me see here. Some videos. I'm glad Grizzly did it yesterday as well. Okay, here we go. This is the mom. She's such a, you can tell she's a good mom.
I don't think your mind can understand what's happening in that moment. It's been a lot of sleepless nights.
A mother's desperate plea. Search efforts for a missing 15-year-old out of Monterey Park are underway right now. Allison Chow has been missing since earlier this week. Here's a better look at Allison. Her mother tells us she was last seen on Monday when she dropped Allison off at her father's house along North Inez Avenue. And this Ring video camera captured this image of Allison heading out the next day, Tuesday at around 5:30 p.m. We're told she took her bike from her dad's house to go to her aunt's house in San Gabriel, but she never made it there. 4 hours later, the Monterey Park Police Department started their search for Allison, and her friends, her family, and the community have been putting up flyers in hopes of hearing from someone who has any information.
We definitely want to get more eyes out there as much as possible. If you see her face, please call me and let me know. We just want to make sure she's home safe, and if people can take the flyers and share them with everybody that they know, if they can put it up in their local neighborhoods.
Mamacita.
We just want to make sure that there's enough people out there looking for her face.
Investigators are asking anyone along Allison's route from Monterey Park through Alhambra to San Gabriel.
I mean, they have a website. They are so organized.
Specifically near the overpass and underpass streets of the 10 freeway to check their surveillance cameras for footage on Tuesday, July 16th at around 5:30, seen on her blue mountain bike in a purple t-shirt, black shorts, and a black backpack.
Exactly. That's how an innocent parent, that's not Chris and Katie and Don and Candace, right? I don't know. Did y'all see where what's his name? Don B said that he called along true crime like some of the behavioral nonverbal cues we do, but sure, yeah, we can do that. Microdot, sure. Don B said that where Don was threatening people at CPS, they reported it. Good. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Didn't the video say she left from her dad's house? Yeah, I think she left from her dad's house. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she owns us, but it's at home. And that's what's odd about it. I am hoping that she is alive. I pray that she's somewhere alive. July 16th was her last sighting so far. Don B was talking about Don Wells. He called WJHL and was speaking to them, and Don just wanted to go on and on and on about CPS taking the kids, and he was threatening CPS. It's an interesting video. Why isn't he in handcuffs? Shit, why aren't Don and Candace in handcuffs? Exactly. There's a and harassed News Nation for editing out his rants about CPS. News Station. Sorry, News Station, not News Nation. I apologize. I haven't seen the dad on there. I think they're separated. I mean, the dad clearly has nothing to do with it. I think he's just in action. Like, there's a website, they've got maps, volunteers. Like, they're really working. Did anyone find those missing 4 little boys in diaper shed? No. Not that I'm aware of. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is a sad story. 10-year-old boy reportedly asked neighbor to adopt him minutes before foster mom unalives him. Look at this. Okay, they're safe. They were located. The 4 little missing boys, they were located. They've been found. I just saw it. Yeah. Just insanity. I don't know. I've just been kind of like, I don't know what else to say with Sebastian's case. Like, I don't know what else to talk about. So, I've just been blah, just kind of down, to be honest with you. Don Wells was upset the station did not air his rants, and yes, she sat her 350-pound body on him. I was just saying that to my adult son about an hour ago. What came back about Sebastian? Yes, PG. Yes. The lawyers from the news station is looking into it. All right, it's been a lot. Yeah, I just don't like to. I really don't like to do politics. I know a lot of creators are, but I don't like to. It gets people crazy, you know. I'm trying, YouTuber. I'm trying. I don't know. It's just Justin wants to deal with the A 2-year-old baby Chloe found in a house. Was it her house or a neighbor's? If neighbor's house, then why didn't they let? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, thank you, Tar. How are you feeling, honey? Feeling better? 2-year-old baby Chloe. Which Chloe? Justin, did you have something on the graphics for the video about CP? What did that mean? I don't know what you mean, darling. Yep. Yep. I just saw that. We was playing that. Yes. Yes, politics makes everyone go crazy. One in a closet upstairs. Oh, gotcha. Little girl clip. Okay. She was found in a closet. Nothing else has came out about it. Okay. I'll look into that maybe. Chloe was found. Yes, in the house that Chloe lived in. That she was been treated at. That's a good point. Why was she being treated at the hospital if she was just in her room? Yeah, I agree. No, Justin makes people crazy. I make people crazy? Is that what you mean? Grandmother adopted. Yeah. The live before you had came on had Chris. Mm-mm. No. I had let's talk. I think. Yes, guys, go watch that Lore Lodge. It's Miley Cyrus's brother asked they're looking kind of into it as well. Sebastian's case. I agree. Probably dehydration. Carmelita, I'm really bummed. Really, really bummed about Sebastian. Really bummed. If I pretty soon, if not already pretty soon. Uh, I myself just participated passionately in. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. Nothing as of now, but I do look forward there to be something in Michael's case soon. It's coming. Yep. That was it, PG. Just doesn't make sense. We can do that. That's a good idea. Very good idea. I'll do that. I'll do that. The mother was seen crying and hugging her daughter. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, but the aunt said it was their house did the video of flashlights and said that. Did he do a new video? Okay, we'll look at that this evening. I know. It makes me literally. Okay, we can do that. We'll do that this evening. Um, it depends, Gypsy. It really depends. I mean, I don't want to be so graphic, but if like probably her skull fragments, bone, so I mean, like you guys know, I used to work at a funeral home. So whenever we cremate, and it takes at least 4 hours generally for the average person. It depends on how big a person is. Whenever the cremation is done, I love you too, PG. Have a good day, my sister. Whenever the cremation is done, there is still fragments of bone. Not incredibly big, but big enough. And so then we put it in we have this, I don't even know what the damn thing's called, but it's like a poker rake or something, and we rake it out, and it goes in kind of like a funnel, and we put like this stainless steel thing underneath of it, and then we take it to a pulverizer, and we put it like a bag underneath, and then we dump that in, and that is when it becomes more like a powder or a sand. So check email. Other report on Chloe. It's found inside a home. Okay, yeah, I see that. After 11 and a half hours of search, yeah. So, a sifter? No, there's no sifter. Inside of a crematorium is, I mean, people's always like, it's very clean. It's very, very, very clean. It is. I've actually seen people use like coffee grinders, like industrial coffee grinders. It's true. You burn the bodies. No. I would my first place that I worked at, we contracted. We didn't have a crematorium at the funeral home that I worked at, so we contracted out with another funeral home. So we would take the decedent to there and drop them off and pick them up later. A Google Doc I made of classic and sincere case. Oh, thank you so much. Home health care. There was more than one place she worked at. Yes. Yep. I worked at 2 different places. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard to lose your loved ones. It's terrible. I'm sorry, Merge. I'm sorry. Oh, Soldier Girl. Bear, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Um, you just have to appreciate life, AZ. You have to appreciate the time you're here. Make it count. Well, someone has to do it, yes, but um I don't know. You know, um it can be um to me hospice was it was very difficult. It was difficult at times. At times it was very difficult. That's right, Lily. It's something that if you live 100 years, no, no, Louisiana, no, Tracy. Nobody wakes up there. Nobody wakes up there. Um, there's like this thing that people say, like the dead will sit up or something like that. They don't. The dead doesn't sit up. They don't move. They don't. They would say, well, what happens if one would sit up? I would say, get down. So everybody get back. Yeah, I'm a Cancer. About hospice. Yeah, Cancers are pretty compassionate. My grandma had a severe stroke that paralyzed her whole left side of her body when I was young teen. It was hard on me. I took care of her. It's very difficult. It's so hard to take care of someone. But it's the best thing you'll ever, you will thank yourself later. It's really an honor, actually. Whenever someone ages, you know, yeah, Don, I mean, hospice is really up to the patient. It's really up to the patient, and a lot of people don't realize that. But sadly, most people, I don't think know that. And doctors nowadays don't really ask you if you want hospice, unless, like, you can request it way earlier. You can be at home, homebound hospice, and then there's, of course, the hospice house. Castaway 5. Yeah, yeah, Dana. She led a now when people die, there's like a, they'll make a sound. I can't really say it on here, but it'll sound like air coming out. It's just gas. Like later. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the, yeah. In my husband's cause, even though he was terminal, he kept pumping like chemo. Yeah. Cancer is, I fucking hate cancer. I hate cancer, man. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah. Oh, it's sad as hell. Yeah, if you are being treated, you can't join hospice. Hospice is when everything is exhausted, then you come. AZ, there is sometimes, yeah. Yeah. Not looking, but like they're, I don't really believe in psychics or anything like that, but you can sometimes you feel like you can feel their spirit or something in the room, maybe. Yeah. Sandwich. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern, 2.5 hours from now. And I need to get some stuff done around the house. And then I'll be back at 6 p.m. on Clutch Them Pearls. Soldier Girl, what a blessing. What a blessing. My father-in-law didn't have cancer on either side either, but I don't. There's not diabetes on either side of my family. You know, go take a nap. I've just been kind of melancholy, if you will. I don't know. Just really. I'll be better in a little bit. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna go work around the house a little bit. I'm gonna take a walk. I need to move. That's what I need to do. Oh, Lady of the Wood. Yeah, Bear. It's kind of really sad. All right, guys. Loves. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.